Hey guys, I'm Dr. Tobisch with Whitefish Chiropractic. In this quick video, I'm going to talk a little bit about cervicogenic headaches. Then I'm going to show you some simple stretches and mobilizations that you can do to combat this problem. So a cervicogenic headache is basically a headache produced by excessive tension in the muscles up high in the back and into the neck, as well as poor joint position or basically compression of the joints in the cervical spine. These headaches are extremely common in our desk working population, so let's use them as an example. Imagine a person who spends the majority of their day working at a desk. The position that we typically find them in is this position here, where their shoulders are rolled forward, their traps are working overtime, basically shrugging their shoulders up towards their ears, head is out in front of the body, and these suboccipital muscles are cranked on just to hold their head up. So we've got this excessive muscle tension, joint compression, and they're stuck in this poor postural position, and they spend hours and hours of their day just like that. So my first tip would be work on maintaining a better postural position throughout your day. Second tip would be we highly encourage these micro breaks. So don't spend hours and hours in the same position, keep things moving. The third tip would be mix in some of these simple stretches and mobilizations that I'm about to go over. Alright guys, first thing we're going to look at is going to be a simple way to stretch out some of these muscles up high in the back, like the upper trap and the levator scapulae. So you can either sit on your hand or hold onto the side of your chair. Then we'll have you tip your head away. You can play with the angle a little bit. So you may turn your head towards that shoulder, add a little bit of overpressure. You could hold for 8 to 10 seconds. You may tip directly away from that shoulder. Same thing, you can add some overpressure here. You may even rotate away, tuck your chin down. Same thing, add a little bit of overpressure. Like I said, kind of play around with the angle and the vector and spend time in the positions that feel like they're giving you a good stretch to these tight muscles in the upper back. Next thing we're going to look at is going to be a way to stretch out these suboccipital muscles up high in the neck. And just like the last stretch, we're going to have you play around with the angle a little bit and find out what feels like a good stretch for you. So you may turn your head pretty far to the side, tuck your chin and block with one hand while you add some pressure with the other. You might be at more of a 45-degree angle doing the same thing. You might be looking straight ahead, kind of retracting, tucking the chin, and then adding a little bit of overpressure. But again, play around with those angles, find what feels like a good stretch. You can hold each position for 8 to 10 seconds. Last thing we're going to look at is going to be a joint mobilization for the neck and the upper back. I'll turn to the side so you can see a little bit better. But initially, we'll start with just simple chin retraction. So stay tall. Head slides backwards like a drawer. So no tipping up, no tipping down, just straight back, then add a little bit of pressure, hold for a couple seconds, then come out of it. The next one, we're going to see if we can add a little bit of extension. So we'll retract straight back, then let the head fall back into extension. If that's tolerable, we'll do it. If you go into that second one and it's just painful, we'll stick with the initial chin retraction, then see if you can chip away at it and work up to the ability to add in that extension. Each time, you can do 10 to 12 reps.